Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you some cleaning motivation. We are getting to the areas that we all don't like to tend to, like the bathrooms and the kitchen, or at least that I don't like to tackle. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope that I give you the motivation that you need. So first off, we're gonna get started with the twins' bathroom. They were taking a nap, and this was their morning nap, which usually tends to be their shorter one. So I said, you know what, let me get the quickest task done, which would be their bathroom, because it's not much that goes on here other than really giving a good wipe down of the tub. The sink, I mean, they barely use. If anything, I use it more than they do. Also giving the toilet a quick scrub, but really just getting to their tub.
Yeah, you're right, we are going too fast, but no, I don't know how to stop. But I've been feeling like you're pretty easy to like. When your body is closer to mine, you got me feeling like there's no one other than you who can make me lose my mind. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it, spending every minute together? I found it quite hard, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire, fire, fire. 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 You fuel my fire. Let's keep this fire alive. Let's keep this fire alive. You start me up like no one has ever could. You fuel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it, spending every minute together? I found it quite hard, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You
I'll be honest, today was definitely one of those days where I was not in the mood to clean, but I knew that I had to get it done. Especially this month has just been hectic, with Christmas around the corner and trying to get things done and also trying to keep the house in order. Some days are just not as easy, but at the end of the day, we have to kind of put one foot forward and, do little tasks. It doesn't all have to be done in one day. But just taking a couple things. And that's what I did, this day. I decided, okay, well, I'll take care of the bathrooms and the mess in the kitchen. That way tomorrow when I clean, I can get to the smaller things like my bedroom or the nursery. And those are things that I can usually get done quicker. But I said, you know what, let me get the daunting stuff out the way first. And that way it just makes tomorrow an easier day for me, a less stressful day. And that's what I was going to go ahead and do. Also, quick side note, sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. I can't help it. He likes to linger around me while the kids are taking their naps. So if you hear him in the background, sorry, but let's go ahead and get some music going.
name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. It's easy, yeah. Falling in love, well, maybe for you. I think it's crazy, oh no, but I'll be damned if I'm not a fool. Here's what you.
So even though I wasn't in the mood to clean today, I was excited for later in the day. We actually were going to a nearby light show with the twins. And, like any toddlers, they, are attracted to lights. And so I knew it was something that they would enjoy. We recently took them to go see Santa. And I mean, Matt completely lost it, which is fine. That was normal to him. He just doesn't do well with new people. Madison, always as calm and chill as can be. She sat on Santa's lap and she was all for it. But I knew that the light show was something that they would enjoy, and it was perfect because, here in Georgia, it doesn't really get that cold like up north in New York. So it was perfect weather that day. I was able to keep the windows down and they were able to see everything. And I was just so happy that we were able to enjoy that. So like I said this morning, even though I was not in the mood to clean, I knew I was going to have something fun to do later that night. So for the countertops, I was going to use the Scrubbing Bubbles foaming cleaner. I actually really like this scent. It's a nice floral smell and, just kind of ties in well with the bathroom. But I wanted to use that for their countertops. For the bathtub, I use what I mainly use, which is the Dawn dish soap mixed with vinegar and water. And that always gets the job done. It's just good to let it sit because since it's not an abrasive cleaner, it does take time to actually do the work. So I let it sit there a few minutes while I get other things done. But that's what I used on the bathtub, and that's all we were gonna do today in the bathroom. I also cleaned, of course, the toilet with the Clorox cleaner, but I didn't have to get to the floors since I recently just did that. I recently did the baseboards, so we're all set and done with the bathroom.
Then I call you liar, cause I'm not a liar. You're my friend that said that I want you, but I don't need you, no, no.
Now, guys, I know my kitchen is a disaster, but it's real life. I mean, it happens. We had some groceries that weren't fully put away yet. I had dishes that were in the sink. I had dishes that were clean that needed to be put away. And like I said, it's life. What can I do? It happens. I just have to get it done. But you can tell I was procrastinating because I was like, let me get to the living room first, which, I mean, there wasn't much of a mess in there. And then I'll go tackle the kitchen because I really was not trying to do this today. But I mean, I couldn't stand to look at it anymore. Now this was during the twins' second nap, so I had a good amount of time. So that's why I left the kitchen for this time of the day because, there was no way I was going to get it done in their 1 hour, morning nap. In the afternoon, they take longer. So I had plenty of time to go ahead, clean everything off the countertops and give the kitchen a good clean. Now that I had a cleaner space to work in, I was going to go ahead and actually start cleaning the kitchen. So let's start off with the stove, letting the Dawn power wash do its thing, letting it sit there for a little while. While it does, I'm going to tend to the countertops and wipe everything down, and then we'll go ahead and get started on the dishes. Now, I was also thinking of making a video specifically just for the kitchen, like a deep clean of the kitchen. I needed to get to the oven, the microwave, behind the refrigerator, inside the refrigerator, maybe even a pantry organization. So let me know in the comments below if you guys would like that to be a separate video on its own, or do you like seeing multiple rooms? And then I can just kind of incorporate it into the next few videos. But let me know in the comments below what you guys would prefer to watch.
Your reasons to yell at me tonight, baby. Can we see this as a lesson? Then maybe we should open up the sorrow of us, the sorrow of us. How did we end up here? We used to last.
Now that pot you saw me put back on the stove is not a dirty pot. It's not food that's already been made. I actually make the twins oat milk 2 times a week because they still have 2 bottles, one in the morning, one at night. And I feel like the oat milk just fills them up. So I do make it for them twice a week. It's a Hispanic recipe. It's actually, the name is avena. And I mean, I feel like we all kind of grew up drinking that. If you're Hispanic, then you know. And it's something that my mom taught me how to make when she was visiting earlier this year. And I've just continued to make it for the twins. They love it. It keeps them full. And so it's something that I don't mind taking the time every week to make for them. So I had to just soak the oats first, and then I can go ahead and cook it. If it's something that you're interested in seeing, let me know. I can definitely either link the recipe or actually make it in a video in the future. So let me know.
It's like we don't know how to talk without the flames getting higher. You hear when I hear me, yeah, nothing else in between, yeah. Try to connect without making a stop. Life was dull until you came. I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind it.
And just like that, the kitchen and living room are clean. Now, normally I would never finish cleaning the living room and the kitchen this early in the day, but like I mentioned earlier, we were going out later that night, so I knew that, they weren't going to play in the living room again. I wasn't going to be cooking dinner and dirtying any dishes. So it was nice to just have that done early today so I don't have to worry about it later in the night. But luckily the kids were still napping, so I had time to get to my bathroom because, sometimes I may plan something for the day and I either can get it done or I can't get it done. But they were still taking their nap, which was also great because they were going to be in a good mood later on. And we went to see the lights because if they don't get in their naps, it's not going to be a fun time. So I was excited. I was able to clean the kitchen, and now I'm able to clean the bathrooms, and so far it's looking like a good day, guys.
Believe that I am yours and you are mine. You took the pain away.
So it just dawned on me today to use the Dawn Power Wash in my bathroom on the glass. I had always just used regular Dawn with some water and literally just wiped it with the sponge. And it was like I had an epiphany, and I said, well, why don't I just use the Dawn Power Wash instead? So I did that this go around, and I did like it. So I think I'm going to start doing it in the future, or at least if I'm just giving my bathroom a quick cleanup like I'm doing today, because this isn't my normal deep cleaning routine. But I did want to, give it a good wipe down, I should say. So I think I'm definitely going to continue to use it in the future. Like I said, it's fun to just switch it around from time to time. I mean, cleaning could be so repetitive that sometimes we need something new to kind of make it fun, I should say, or at least for me.
Love how you make me feel alive when you're with me. Took the pain away, didn't mind my scars and my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you.
So, quick little story time. I was actually so excited for this bathtub when we first bought this house because prior to living in this house, we used to live in an apartment. And I used to have, pamper routines where I would, chill in my bathtub with some music and a mask and, just relax and, have some me time. And so I was so excited when we bought this house that I was going to have a nice big tub to, do my pamper routines in. And when I tell you, I've probably only done it a handful of times. I just don't have the time to sit in a bathtub anymore. And of course, we always have to make time for ourselves. But nowadays, it's just more like a quick shower, getting it done, and pampering myself really is, just different things now. It's not just maybe sitting in a bathtub for a few hours just listening to music. It's maybe catching up on my favorite shows that I don't get to, watch as often anymore, or just going out and getting my nails done and being out of the house. So little things like that just kind of change when you become a mom. And it's just funny because I always think back to that when I look at this bathtub, because I used to be so excited for it. And now, I mean, as you saw earlier, I keep a trash bin in there so that the kids can't get to it if they come to the bathroom. And that's kind of all it's used for nowadays, and collecting dust. So, I do have to give it a quick wipe down from time to time. But just a quick little story that I thought was funny.
Into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box.
Now, as you saw earlier, I'm not doing a deep clean of the bathrooms. I really just wanted to get to the glass doors and the bottom of the shower. So you saw I just sprayed the Scrubbing Bubbles foaming cleaner. I just love basically anything Scrubbing Bubbles for my bathroom. I really feel like it does a good job in a quick time. So I just needed to go ahead and rinse that off. Now, I know I said I was trying to get everything done by the time that the twins were done with their nap. But at this point in time, they were up from their nap and my husband was home from work. And I got a delivery and I couldn't help myself, you guys. I got the Tinko delivered to my house. And even though I was done with everything I wanted to do for the day, I couldn't help myself. I needed to try it out. I needed to see if I was going to like it. So here I am. I'm just adding it to my list. So I was going to get to all the floors. And even though technically I really didn't need to get to the floors today, I just wanted to see how it was going to work. And guys, I'm obsessed with it. Since I was already adding to my list, I figured why not go ahead and also clean the rugs in the bathrooms. Now this I definitely don't do every single time I clean the bathrooms. I tend to just do it periodically, and I know that it had been some time since I last cleaned them. So I said, let me go ahead while I'm already mopping and vacuuming the floors, all at the same time with the Tinko. Why not go ahead and wash these rugs? Now you'll see I use the Tinko also in the hallway, because at first I just used it in the two bathrooms, which is tile. So I felt like I couldn't really see, how much water was coming out or how much I was actually using. And I really wanted to see exactly how it worked. So, it did a great job on the tile. The suction is great. It mopped it great. But I knew that on the hardwood floors, I can actually see, was it leaving any streaks? Was it really mopping the whole area? So you guys will see that coming up.
You comfort me, still it's not enough. Oh, I love the way you comfort me, still it's not enough. It's not enough. I don't need
So as you guys can start to see here, it doesn't miss a spot. It's not streaking. it's not only mopping certain areas and not others, it's getting to everything. So it's vacuuming and mopping at the same time. I was even able to fit it under my gate at the staircase, which I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be able to get that spot, but it's thin enough where it was actually to fit able to fit under there. So that was perfect. Like I said, guys, I was completely obsessed with this, and I was kind of skeptical because I can be old fashioned and, kind of like my, broom or my vacuum and mopping stuff myself. But this really, it just blew it out of the ballpark. Like, it just was awesome. And you can even see here the section I kept getting it, caught on the cord because it was that good. So this is something that I definitely think everyone should have on their Christmas list. I mean, I was obsessed. The amount of time that this was saving me was just, it was amazing. That's why I think I'm just so excited, because recently, whenever I had to mop or sweep or vacuum all in the same day, like, it's a lot, because you guys know I like to clean with a clean slate. So I would remove all the rugs all over, the chairs, the benches, the stools, anything that was in my way. Then I would go and either sweep or vacuum the whole floor. And then I'd go back and mop, and then I go to put everything back. And it's just, the Tinko really is just a lifesaver. And it was so easy to clean also that it's just like, come on, guys, this is a no-brainer. So I actually already suggested it to my mom, some friends, my sister, and they're all excited for it. So we'll see how it works in their homes, but I know that they're gonna love it. Now, I did struggle here for a second just to be able to take out the roller. I probably should have just seen a tutorial video on how to clean it, but I figured, I mean, it just can't be that hard to do. So I finally figured it out, but it was just so satisfying to see everything that it picked up. I mean, this little device, it made my day, guys. It really, truly did. But at this point, it was time to go see the Christmas lights. So I was just going to go ahead and clean the Tinko, and then I was going to get ready to head out with the family. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this gave you the cleaning motivation that you needed. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. I hope that you guys choose to subscribe. Take care.